So this guy was a groundbreaking American professional hockey player who starred in the NHL for many campaigns as kind of a hybrid of a defensive defenseman and a what do you call a smart player on the ice. Now, when Mike Ramsey and the rest of Team USA defeated the Russians in Miracle on Ice in 1980, various media members and later on I did in my published reports that this guy quarterbacked a team that needed to play defense against the Russians to beat them. And without Mike Ramsey, I don't think they would have knocked off the great Soviets, because the biggest problem with the NHL teams, they didn't have players like Mike Ramsey that were intelligent enough to know kind of part of the international game to compete and defeat the Russians. Now, Mike Ramsey came to major prominence for a lot of people at Roosevelt High School in Minnesota, and he later went on to a good season with the University of Minnesota in 1979. Now, he had 17 points that year in 26 games, and eventually his talent led him to be drafted 11th overall. Now, where his fortune changed, he attended a national junior training camp in the summer of '78 and eventually played in the '79 World Junior Hockey Championships while playing at the University of Minnesota. Now, he would decided to try out and eventually made Herb Brooks' team in 1980, and he was also the youngest member of the United States squad that played at Lake Placid tournament. Now, Ramsey's coach at the University of Minnesota was Herb Brooks, who took the majority of the University of Minnesota players that tried out for the squad for Team USA. Of course, the medal round victory against the Soviets eventually led to them defeating Finland in their final game for the gold medal. Now, as soon as the Olympics were done, like many of the NHL prospects that they held their rights, Jim Craig and a few others, he went directly into the NHL in the last part of the 79-80 season. Now, his was one of the most successful careers of the former 80 U.S. Olympians. He played 14 seasons for the Sabres and for other squads to wrap up his career. Now, primarily known as an offensive defenseman as an amateur, he successfully adapted to bigger and tougher NHL style by, like I said, becoming that stay-at-home and power play hybrid. Now, he played in the All-Star game for 4 times for the Sabres, 82, 83, 85, and 86. He was also a member of the NHL All-Star team that played the Soviets in Rendezvous 87, which was a series of 2 challenge games against the Russian. Now, Ramsey also served as team captain from 1990 to 92. Now, he continued to play for Team USA during that time, taking part in the 82 World Hockey Championships and the 84 and 87 Canada Cup tournaments. Now, Ramsey's old coach in Buffalo, Scotty Bowman, also brought him to the Pittsburgh Penguins in their 93 season to shore up the team's defensive core as it made a run at a 3rd straight Stanley Cup. However, the Penguins were upset the second round by the New York Islanders, who eventually lost to Montreal in their Cup run that season. Now, after another year in Pittsburgh, he signed with the Red Wings, who by now were also coached by Bowman, and he went there as a free agent. In April '95, Ramsey became teammates with defenseman Vladislav Fedosov when Detroit acquired the latter in a trade for the Devils, and Fedosov had played with the Soviets during the '80 Olympics. That year, Ramsey played his first Stanley Cup Final Series, when the Red Wings were swept by the Devils, who had Ramsey's 1980 Olympic teammate Neil Broughton on their squad. The next season, the powerful Red Wings set a league record for most wins in the season with 82, but were ousted in the Western Conference Finals by eventual Stanley Cup champions, the Colorado Avalanche. Ramsey played only two games for Detroit in the '97 season before retiring. Upon retirement, he returned to Minnesota and ran a sporting goods store named Gold Medal Sports and played senior league hockey. He returned to the NHL to serve as AC with the Sabres, and in 2000 he took a similar position with the Wild and was with them until 2010. And a very deserving induction as well to the United States Hockey Hall of Fame in 2001. Now, Ramsey is very close with his family, and his family is very talented. Hannah, Rachel, and Jack. Hannah was a student at the University of St. Thomas in Minnesota. Rachel, who played hockey at Minnetonka High School, played defense for University of Minnesota. During the 2012 season, she was the Gophers' top-scoring Frenchman, the top-scoring rookie defenseman in the WCHA, was named to the WCHA All-Rookie team, and helped lead the squad to back-to-back national championships in 2012 and 2013. Now, Jack, who was drafted by the Chicago Blackhawks in 2014, played his sophomore and junior seasons at Minnetonka High School before foregoing his senior year to play with the Penticton Vees of the BCHL. As of 2017, he was playing with the University of Minnesota. Now, total NHL figures: 1,070 games, 79 goals, 266 assists, 344 points. And to me, the best season he had was 84, when he had 31 points in 72 games, including 9 goals. And now in the playoffs, 8 goals, 29 assists for 37 points in 115 games. And again, the U.S. Totals at the junior, 2 points. Olympic games, 2 assists in 7 games. World Championships in 82, 1 goal in 7 games. And in 2 Canada Cups, he put in 11 games, 3 points, including 1 goal. And he would rarely take a bad penalty. He wasn't like a guy to, do anything deliberately to hurt his team. He did have a heavy penalty season in '86, but you have to remember, ladies and gentlemen, the early 1980s, the Adams division for Buffalo was a very strong challenge, and he was also part of the '83 team that knocked off Montreal in the playoffs as well. So he was part of one of the probably biggest upsets in Sabres, NHL history. So that's the story of Mike Ramsey. Please give me a like, comment, or subscribe. Again, requests are always appreciated. And if you like what we're doing here, please recognize the good effort we're doing with your aid by supporting minor hockey in your region, either as a fan or as a donator or a supporter of minor and women's hockey. Have a good day. Bye.